I've managed hundreds of creators over the past 2 years. Some of them are now in the top 0.01% on the OF platform. When you've seen that many accounts win and that many accounts fail, you stop guessing, you start seeing exactly what works and what doesn't. So I'm gonna walk you through the exact blueprint to hit 10K a month on OnlyFans. Not opinions, not theory, the actual mechanics that every top creator follows, whether they know it or not. So here's how to think about this. There are 4 systems that drive every successful OnlyFans account: traffic, monetization, retention, and conversion. So picture a table with 4 legs. Remove 1 leg, it wobbles. Remove 2, the whole thing is gonna fall over. Now, most creators have maybe 1 or 2 of these working. Then they get confused when growth stalls or income drops. You need all 4 running together. That's the game. Let me break down each one for you. First is traffic. New eyeballs on your content every single day. So traffic is oxygen basically. Without it, the account dies. Doesn't matter how good your page is if nobody's seeing it. And here's the thing most people get wrong. You don't need paid ads. You don't need any shout outs. You don't need collabs. You can hit 10K a month purely off organic content if you do it right. The platforms that matter are Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Now, these are your traffic engines. The goal is simple: maximum reach, more views, more profile clicks, and more subscribers. But most creators mess this up immediately. They simply copy what other people are doing, they steal trends, they repost the same stuff that everyone else is posting. That's a losing strategy. You're competing in a sea of identical content, no differentiation, no brand, and nothing memorable. Your edge as a creator is literally you. Your look, your energy, your personality. Nobody else has that. When you build content around who you actually are, nobody can compete with it because they can't copy it. So instead of chasing the trends, build what I call signature verticals. A vertical is basically a repeatable content style that you can film endless variations of. Maybe it's a POV style playful thing. Maybe it's lifestyle content. Maybe it's built around a hobby, gaming, fitness, cooking, whatever fits your actual personality. You want 3 to 5 of these, unique to you, easy to recreate, and instantly recognizable. And the quality has to be there. Most creators treat content like a chore, something to get through. That energy shows up on your screen when you're filming. So treat it like a craft instead. Every week, aim to get 1% better, lighting expressions, hooks, backgrounds, personality. 1% improvements will compound very fast. Small upgrades turn into massive traffic spikes over a period of time. Shoot in 4K, stabilize your shots, and keep everything bright and clean. Quality is one of the biggest signals the algorithm uses to decide who gets reach. Now, tracking. Don't guess what's working. Measure it, track your data. Which vertical gets the best watch time? Which thumbnails are getting you the most clicks? Which audios get reach? What outfits perform? What locations perform best? Track everything for at least 6 weeks. You need enough data to trust the numbers. After 6 weeks, cut your worst performing vertical and replace it with something new. Study your best performing content. Figure out why it worked. Apply that to the next batch of content. And then batch create your content. Film a full week at once. It keeps you organized, prevents burnout, and stops you from missing any days. Let's say you get sick or have to take some time off. Because consistency matters more than most people actually realize. These platforms reward daily activity. Skip 1 day and the algorithm treats you like you skipped 5. Your reach is going to tank at that point. Schedule everything. Post when your audience is most active. If your audience is American, tailor your content to American humor, American references, American timing. Your location doesn't matter. Relatability is what matters. The second system is monetization, turning attention into money. So traffic gets people through the door. Monetization is what's actually going to pay you. And here's the benchmark. Aim for a 1 to 10 ratio. For every dollar you make in subscriptions, you want $10 coming from your messages, and that's within the chats. That's how creators go from a few thousand a month to tens of thousands a month. So there's 2 options here. You either handle the chats yourself or you use a team. If you want to scale properly, I'd recommend using a team. A good chat team gives you round-the-clock coverage. They're selling while you sleep. They handle volume, they handle the emotional labor, they free you up to focus on traffic, which is what actually grows the account. Trying to do everything solo essentially caps your income and burns you out fast. One of the most powerful monetization tools is pre-recorded sequences. Sequences basically print money because they feel real. They feel like the moment is happening right now. The fan feels like they're influencing what's happening, like they caused it to happen. That feeling is the strongest buying trigger in this industry, and it works across every single niche. But most people film them entirely wrong. The first rule is no natural daylight, no windows, windows, no sunny backgrounds, and no daytime shadows. Daylight timestamps the video. If a fan is messaging you at midnight and you send them something that's clearly filmed at 2 p.m, the illusion's gonna break instantly. So use lamps, use ring lights, use LEDs, anything with controllable lighting so the content could feel like any time of day. Second rule, keep your appearance consistent across the whole sequence. Same hair, same makeup, same outfit. If video 1 and video 2 look like different days, the immersion is gone. And a third rule is talk less. The more you say in a sequence, the easier it is to contradict what's happening in chat. Silence lets the fan project their own fantasy onto the moment. It becomes personalized to them. The goal is to make the fan believe you stopped what you were doing to film this just for them. When content feels live, the value goes up. When value goes up, price goes up. So structure the sequence so that each video escalates. More intensity, more involvement, and price each one higher than the last. That's how a $10 conversation becomes a $100 conversation within a matter of minutes, and naturally as well. And don't overthink perfection. Small imperfections make it believable. Adjusting your phone, fixing your hair, a small laugh, a hesitation, these details make the video feel authentic. Do at least one sequence a week. It keeps regular fans engaged, gives your chat's team ammunition, and creates consistent revenue spikes. System 3 is retention, keeping subscribers past their first month. Here's the reality. 60 to 70% of subscribers cancel within 30 days. That's normal, but you want to push that number down as far as possible because retention is how you build long-term income. Your feed is one of the best retention tools, and most creators are using it completely wrong. They treat it like a dumping ground, random photos, low-effort selfies, and no strategy behind it whatsoever. Now, your feed isn't a dumping ground. It's a highlight reel. Post less, but make every post count. Everything should be worth stopping for on that feed. So, track what gets likes, comments, tips, conversations. That data tells you exactly what to post more of. Keep the feed teasing, not explicit. If everything is on your feed, there's nothing left to buy. Curiosity keeps people subscribed. When fans feel like they're always more behind the paywall, they stick around. And personality wins. Anyone can post something attractive. Not everyone can post something that makes fans feel connected to you as a person. Show your interests, show your humor, show who you actually are. If you're reading, post something playful with your favorite book and ask for recommendations. If you're into fitness, or gambling or whatever, build posts around that. Now, switch up locations, outfits, angles. Variety is what's going to keep the feed fresh, and use the feed to actually start conversations. Something like, as a caption, message me at 9 p.m. and I'll send you something special. So that turns passive followers into active ones. And when they message, you warm them up and move them toward paid content. And batch your feed content like you batch your traffic content. Create a week's worth at once, schedule it at different times so it doesn't look automated, and free yourself up for higher leverage work. For rebuilds, offer free teasers when they keep auto-renew on, not explicit content. Teasers that lead naturally into your paid sequences, essentially. For expired subscribers, use auto-follow features to remind them that you're still active. Sometimes people just need a nudge. And the fourth system is conversion, turning traffic into actual subscribers. If conversion is low, you're leaking money at every step. All that traffic, all that effort is going to be wasted. Target at least 2.5% conversion rate. You get there by optimizing your profile and your funnel. Now, your profile photo is the most important element. It needs to communicate your niche instantly. Think of it like a movie poster. One glance and the viewer should understand exactly what you're inviting them into. Bright, professional, eye-catching, and aligned with your brand. Your header should look premium, so use Canva, get the right dimensions, and build something clean, or use a single high-quality horizontal photo that fills the whole frame. Simple and polished beats a cluttered photo every single time. Now, your bio is essentially your sales pitch. The first line has to hit, something that makes you stand out immediately. Don't sound robotic, sound like a real person, so personality, intention, and energy. And don't list out all your content types. If there's one thing on that list they don't like, their brain checks out. Instead, lean into personality. Help them imagine what it feels like to interact with you. And pricing depends on your niche. Dom style pages often do better free because the money is in the tips and the sessions. Now, GFE and softer styles have a $15 to $20 range. That tends to work well. Now, whatever you choose, always have an offer running for new and expired subs. Scarcity works, limited spots work, short time windows work. Change the wording every 5 to 7 days as well to keep the algorithm pushing it. For location, stay vague. Nearby or a few miles away triggers the fantasy. If they see you on the other side of the planet, they mentally check out. And look, your funnel matters. Now, don't just drop a raw link in your bio. You need to build a proper route for the subscriber to follow. So we personally use custom domains that redirect to landing pages. The landing page shows one high quality photo with subtle urgency, countdowns, limited time language, scarcity triggers. It makes the fans feel like the opportunity might disappear. Now, the fear of missing out is what pushes the conversion hard. And keep the landing page simple. One link, one action. Too many options essentially will kill your conversion. And always cloak your link. If Instagram or TikTok flags it as adult content, your reach dies. Cloaking protects you from shadow bans and keeps your growth safe. So that's the blueprint. Traffic, monetization, retention, conversion. 4 systems working together. That's how you hit 10K a month and beyond as a creator. Not with luck, not with hope, a simple machine that runs every day, whether you're online or not. If you want me to go deeper on any of this, content creation, sequences, chat systems, funnel setup, drop me a comment and I'll make it. And if you want help building this out faster, the links are in the description. Book a call and let's turn your page into a real business. The creators who win are the ones who move early. Let's build it properly.